Hey everybody, Jay Super Awesome here. I would like to welcome you all back to my channel. In this video, I am finally going to be doing the 90s slasher tag, and I was tagged by BRONCOJUGGALO and Brad. I am sorry that this has taken forever and a day to do, but I'm finally coming at you with my answers. You tagged me way back on March 4th, and that seems like forever and a day ago, so I apologize it's taken so long. But I haven't forgotten about you, so let's get on with my list of answers. Alright, so question number 1 is, what is the best gore effects in a 90s slasher? And I'm going to have to go with the heart munch in Jason Goes to Hell. Now, probably not one of the more popular Friday the 13th entries, but it still does have some really good kills, and I'm going to go with the heart munch because it's pretty nasty. Okay, next up for question number 2. What is my favorite 90s slasher with a major star? This one is super easy. It's Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston. But to do an honorable mention, I'm going to throw out Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, because I consider Donald Pleasence to be a major star, and this was his last role, so I want to include Donald Pleasence. And also Paul Rudd is in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, so that's my answer for question number 2. I kind of give a bonus answer. Next up, question number 3 is, what is my favorite weapon used by a killer in the 90s? So, I'm going to go back to Jason Goes to Hell, and it's the tent lovemaking scene, and Jason picks up a fence post and rams it through the tent and into, I believe her name was Debbie, and he pretty much impales her and then pulls the fence post spike up through her and pretty much cuts her in two. And that was a really awesome kill. And to give an honorable mention for this one, I have to go with Leprechaun, the pogo lung kill, because it's very cool, and I like the little ditty that he sings while he's doing it. So 2 really awesome kills. Alright, on to question number 4. What is my favorite 90s slasher movie sequel? And this one's really easy. It's going to be Leprechaun 2, because it is actually my favorite Leprechaun movie out of the series. So a really awesome sequel, and I love it. And to give an honorable mention for this one, I'm going to also include Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, as I thought that was a really awesome sequel as well. Alright, next up is, what do I consider to be the sleaziest slasher film of the 1990s? And I'm going to go with The Stendhal Syndrome by Dario Argento, because I feel like any movie that you film sex scenes with your daughter being involved in them, that's pretty sleazy. And also the storyline deals with rape, so it's 2 very sleazy and kind of touchy subjects. So I'm going to go with The Stendhal Syndrome. Okay, next up is question number 6. What is my favorite death scene in a 90s slasher movie? So this question is very similar to number 3, and my answer is the same as number 3. It's the fence post kill from Jason Goes to Hell. It's a really good scene. It has good build up, and it's pretty gory and pretty nasty. So yeah, the fence post kill from Jason Goes to Hell is my answer for number 6. Okay, next up for question number 7. What is my guilty pleasure slasher movie from the 90s? Oh man, there's so many of them. I mean, Leprechaun could be considered a guilty pleasure. You know, Jack Frost is a guilty pleasure. You know, there's so many of them. The 90s come out with some very creative slasher movies. But I'm going to go with a movie that nobody talks about, and it is The Surgeon. I always really loved this one, and nobody talks about it. So that's going to be my pick, is The Surgeon. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Next up is question number 8. What is my favorite 90s slasher movie soundtrack? And I'm going to go with Bride of Chucky, because it has some very rockin' tunes on it. So it has artists such as Judas Priest and Slayer. So yeah, I'm going to go with Bride of Chucky. Question number 9. What is my favorite holiday slasher film of the 1990s? So yeah, it's going to be Leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day, and you can throw out there Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers for Halloween. So that's a pretty easy one. Kind of repetitive with some of the answers, but those are my picks. Okay, so question number 10 is, what is the scariest 90s slasher movie? And I'm going to go with Strangeland because Dee Snider creeped me out in that movie. Now, in general, I'm not scared of horror movies, and I wasn't scared of that movie, but Dee Snider was creepy, and he delivered a excellent performance in that movie. So I'm going to go with Strangeland. Okay, so now it's time for the bonus question. And I put a lot of thought into this one because the 90s had so many creative slasher movies coming out. You had Leprechaun with a killer leprechaun. Jack Frost was a killer snowman. You had a killer dentist. You had a killer surgeon. Dr. Giggles was a killer doctor. But they were really stretching the limits of what you could come out with. So I was kind of thinking back to the Terminator, how you have a robot, and over the course of that movie, the more damage that was being dealt, he was starting to look like a chrome skeleton underneath. So I'm kind of borrowing that idea a little bit. The name of my horror slasher movie from the 90s would be Deadly Helper, as it would basically have a helper robot, sort of like a android, or I guess you can consider it a cyborg, but it looks human on the outside, and it's created to help people out, whether it be if people have a handicap or if they just need help around the house. But it malfunctions and slowly goes on a killing spree, and as more damage is being dealt, more of the underneath mechanical skeletal appearance begins to happen, I guess you could say. So that's kind of my idea, something that you have in your house that is there to help you, that you have a comfort level with, and it turns on you. Now, I don't know if this idea has been done before, but I come up with this off the top of my head, within 5 minutes or so. And so yeah, I tried to put a lot of thought into it, and that's probably about the best I'm going to be able to do on the fly. So yeah, Deadly Helper. Let me know what you guys think about my idea. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and you guys let me know what you think of my video and my answers. And I would like to thank you all for watching.